Eastern time, and I want to welcome everyone to the webinar here. Uh, Thank you so much for taking time out of your night to join me here on this live webinar. We're broadcasting live here from my home here in Omaha, Nebraska, the 10 Daily Steps to Success, a top earner daily routine to fire your boss in 90 days. So, hey, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping in. A few people are dropping on here. So we're just going to give a few minutes for a few more people to join us here, and then we're going to get right into the presentation. I want to give a little bit of background as to why I wanted to present these 10 steps. If you watched the video that was out there online earlier, basically introducing this topic and these 10 daily steps, I talked about a webinar that I did last week, which was entitled the 5-step top earner blueprint. And afterward, which is really more of a holistic approach, it's talking about the bigger picture and the blueprint that I use, 5 steps or 5 methods or strategies that I use, things that are components rather in my business. And afterwards, I had actually a lot of people asking me, Steve, what do you do on a daily basis? What's your daily routine? So I wanted to really lay this out. Now, 10 steps initially may sound like quite a few, but I think when we break this down, you're going to realize that these are things that you can combine and intermingle through your day. And most of these steps are going to take less than a half hour per day. So if you're like me and you're actually still working out in the corporate world and you're really building your business part-time, then you're still going to be able to apply these principles and these steps into your business on a daily basis. So again, I want to welcome everyone here. Again, we're going to, it's about 2 minutes after the hour, so I want to give people a chance to join us here. So if you want to continue to just chat there to the side, then I'm going to go ahead and get the presentation started here in about 2 or 3 minutes. So again, Steve Jarman here, coming to you from my home in Omaha, Nebraska, and want to welcome everyone to this live webinar. Again, the topic is 10 daily steps to success and kind of a sub-routine to fire your boss in 90 days. So again, this is actually the routine that if you look at all the top earners out there in the industry, if you had them break down their day, 9 out of 10 of the top earners are going to have a similar structure to their day, at least where they're fitting all of these components into their daily activities, their daily routine, what I call a daily method of operation. And so if you want to become a top earner, we really need to do what the top earners are doing. So that's the reason why these steps are very, very important. Again, if you're struggling to create some kind of a method of operation, if you're struggling in productivity, if you're struggling in following steps and being consistent, which we're going to talk about is very, very key, then you definitely need to have some kind of a daily method of operation. And this, for me, has actually been something that I've been able to implement into my business and have been able to share with my team, have been able to share with other venture partners, so that, as you're doing this, then you can stay consistent and really just, crush it with your business. So again, I want to welcome everyone here. It's about almost 5 after the hour, so we're going to go ahead and get started with the presentation. And again, just to give you a little bit of background, on myself and getting started in the industry. I started in the industry back in 2008, struggled in the direct sales company that I was with for a couple years. And basically, because I didn't have maybe some of the leadership and hadn't really developed myself as the leader and wasn't really finding the momentum that I needed, and was really tired of bugging family and friends and my warm market. So I started turning to the internet to start marketing my business. And I did that for a little while, again, struggled, kind of got out of it, joined back into the corporate world. And then I discovered a system, which I'm going to introduce to you here at the end, and really a community of leaders, a community of other up-and-coming entrepreneurs who, again, were using the same 5-step top earner blueprint that I introduced to you last week, and also we're implementing some type of daily method of operation. And so a lot of what I'm going to be sharing with you tonight is things that I've actually learned from my mentors, that I've learned from this community, that I've learned from the leaders that I have actually been able to rub shoulders with here the last 6 or 8 months. in re-engaging myself in internet marketing and online marketing and network marketing. And that's when I've been able to really incorporate these 10 daily steps and incorporate this daily method of operation into my business. So again, I want to share this value with you because again, there were a lot of people that asked last week what I do on a daily basis, and so I wanted to break it down for you here as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the presentation, and I am going to just open up a few things here, and then I'll be able to share my screen with you. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and all right, so we'll get this started here. All right, so I'm going to ask you here in a minute if you can see my screen, and just by a raise of hands. All right, so I want to welcome everyone here. Jack, Kathy, we've got Patty, Clive, Danny, Bert. All right, so I can see through the chat there. Again, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining us here. And want to make sure that you can see the screen. So I'm going to go ahead and actually just by a raise of hands, let me know that you can see the screen okay as I share this with you. So again, I'm just going to kind of keep it minimized here a little bit, just so that you can see these 10 steps here. So bear with me one second here. I'm actually going to just set this up here real quick. So bear with me here just a moment. All right. Okay. Awesome. So looks like by raise of hands, everyone looks like most everyone's raising their hand that they can see my screen. So again, I want to go ahead and get started with this. So again, the 10 daily steps to success, top earner daily routine, how to set yourself up for success in your business. So again, very, very important to have a daily method of operation. It's going to definitely help increase your productivity, definitely going to help to give you some structure. It's also going to help you maintain consistency, which consistency is really, really, really key. Because if you want people to take you seriously, you need to be consistent in your business. So if when it comes to creating content, when it comes to putting yourself out there, creating value and then sharing that value with people, it's very, very, very important to be consistent. We're going to talk about that through these steps. So again, step number one, this is really, really important because personal development, everything begins with our mind. Everything begins with our belief. Everything begins with the attitude that we're in. And so the very, very first thing, and I did put these in order because in my opinion, this is the order that you want to structure this in, and it's going to make sense as we go along here, but very, very key to your daily method of operation and something that you need to do on a daily basis is spend time in personal development. So what I recommend is spending a minimum of 30 minutes per day in personal development and mindset training. So people will often ask me, well, what do I do for mindset training? So there's all kinds of stuff out there. You've got tons and tons and tons of stuff on YouTube. Watch, listen, read. So some people are more visual like myself. I actually like to watch things. So I'll get on YouTube and I'll go out there and I'll search for motivational things. There's a few people that I actually go out and watch. There's video training by a lot of the leaders in the industry, a lot of the leaders in the community that I'm involved with. whether it's Diane Hochman or Mark Harbert or Ray Higdon. We've got Gary Vaynerchuk, who's actually one of my favorites, just because of his intensity and his passion. And so there's definitely things out there that you can do. You can listen to podcasts. So what I've done is I've actually turned my car, again, not since I'm working full-time, a full-time business, not a full-time business, but since I'm working full-time in the corporate world, I've actually turned my car into an education and into a university. So on my way to and from work, I'm listening to podcasts. Actually, one of my favorite podcasts is Addicted to Success. And so if you go, you can look up the podcast as an app, Addicted to Success. You can go to their website, addictedtosuccess.com, and actually download the episodes. What I recommend is if you have a smartphone, just go to you should have an app in there that's podcasts, and you can actually download different podcasts. So Addicted to Success is one. One that I actually recommend is a daily wake-up call. And this is part of the group that I'm coupled with, is My Lead System Pro. So every day, Monday through Friday, the top earners and the leaders within this community will come out and give mindset training and personal development suggestions and motivational topics. So it could be anywhere from mindset to marketing to motivation. And so it's very important to rewire our brain for success every day to stay passionate about this journey that you're on. So I've given you some information here as far as how to access this resource for My Lead System Pro. Again, it's a daily wake-up call, Monday through Friday, 11 o'clock Eastern time. So again, it should match most everyone's schedule. Generally, as I mentioned, I'm actually at work in my full-time job during this time. So I'll just take a 10 or 15-minute break, 20-minute break, and go sign into this daily wake-up call. Now, the cool thing about it is it is actually recorded as well, so I can go on to the podcast and I can get the recordings also. So again, I've turned my car, my commute, into my training ground and my university for mindset training, personal development. So at least 30 minutes a day. So I've given you the information here. Just a quote that I wanted to share with you that kind of goes along with this is, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. So again, it all starts with the belief. And usually our biggest challenge is the space between our ears. And so we really have to believe in what we're doing. We really have to have that passion and that vision. And it really starts with that personal development and getting our minds right in developing to really be successful. So number two, and again, these are in order. Number two is professional development. So at a bare minimum for marketing, I would recommend spending at least 30 minutes per day. So one thing that will happen to a lot of people when they first start marketing online is they will get really, really overwhelmed. And again, that's why I wanted to break down these 10 steps and give you a little bit of background as to what I currently do in my business and what all the top earners are doing in their business in having this daily method of operation. So it's very easy to get overwhelmed because you have Twitter and YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat and Periscope and all these different things market your business online. And so it's very easy to get overwhelmed. As part of your professional development, pick one strategy, one marketing strategy, and focus on that 100% until you've mastered that to avoid getting overwhelmed. Now, you want to spend a minimum of 30 minutes per day learning something new about that one strategy. So again, there's a ton of training out there. Personally, I've tapped into My Lead System Pro because it actually has training from some top income earners in the industry, and they actually have training on YouTube. They have training on Facebook marketing. They have training on Instagram. They have training on Twitter marketing. So I've tapped into this resource because I feel like these are the top income earners. I'm going to take advantage of the training that they have to offer, and I'm going to bury myself and immerse myself in that on a daily basis. And so spending a minimum of 30 minutes per day, again, learning something new about that one strategy, focusing on that one strategy. And then this is very key, professional development, implementing what you've learned immediately until you're generating 15 to 20 leads per day. Now this is very, very important because implementation is key. So people say knowledge is power, but I believe that actionable knowledge is power. So we need to implement what we're learning. And again, this is the reason why you start with personal development, then you lead to professional development where you're learning something about the marketing, the one marketing strategy that you're going to focus on 100% until you've mastered that, and then you're implementing that marketing strategy. Part of that implementation could be creating, and we're going to get to this in the next slide, so I don't want to get ahead, but is going to be creating some content, some valuable content based on the things that you're learning, and that's going to come into play here next. So only when you're starting to generate 15 to 20 leads per day with this one strategy can you then start thinking about implementing another strategy. Now, I wouldn't say there's exceptions to this, but one of my key strategy in videos. So when you're creating videos, you obviously have several platforms that you goes on. There's YouTube, there's Instagram, there's Facebook. You've got Periscope, which is basically a live video feed. So if you're using video as one of your marketing strategies, you can still implement YouTube as a platform. You can still implement Facebook as a platform. So that's not multiple strategies. Video is one strategy, but then you're getting that content out there on the internet in those various platforms. Okay, so if you're doing video, you focus on video. If you're doing pure Facebook marketing, focus on Facebook marketing. If you're doing Instagram, there's some great training by April Marie Tucker, again, as part of My Lead System Pro. InstaLead Magic is one that I would recommend if you want a really solid course on Instagram marketing. So there's tons of marketing strategy until you've mastered that and you're implementing that on a daily basis, the things that you're learning. Okay, so I think I've hammered on that enough. So number 3, as I mentioned earlier, creating content. Now there's a reason that this comes right after both personal development and professional development, because basically your mind is fresh, it's clear, it's motivated, it's passionate about what you're doing. So this is the perfect time to then jump right in and create content. So this should be the first thing that you do after your first hour of personal and professional development. And again, why? Because it's going to provide you with ideas on what content to create. So if you're studying YouTube marketing, if you're studying Instagram marketing, then you can go ahead, if you've spent a half hour doing that, a minimum of a half hour, then now you can go in and implement that right into your business, create some content, and share that content with people out there. So that becomes your content. So you see how all of these things, these steps kind of flow right into the next. Okay, so you're going to take what you've learned and you're going to teach it to other people. You're investing in yourself and your business. Then you're learning the content, you're learning the strategies, you're learning how things work, and you're implementing that by teaching. So you're investing, learning, teaching people about those strategies. And this is how you create value, which is the next point. Lead with value. Again, people are looking for leaders who can show them the way, and that's really what I think is lacking in the industry, is that leadership and direction. So this is your opportunity to brand yourself. It's your opportunity to lead with value and put yourself out there as the leader that people are looking for to follow and to learn from. So again, this could be in the form of a blog post. It could be in the form of a short 3 to 5 minute video that you create and put out on YouTube. It could be an image that you create. Now I'm not going to get into these specific strategies because that's going to be for a whole another webinar, but how to create content, how to create an image and post that out on Instagram, how to create an image and post that out on Facebook, how to create an image and post that out on Twitter. So again, that's a totally separate webinar, but there's strategies, there's tools, there's apps that you can use on your phone and your computer to create those images, to get those out there. So again, leading with value is really, really key here, but this should definitely be the first thing that you do after you're in professional development. All right, so number 4, post and share your content. So we've already really kind of talked about that, but getting your value in front of others is where the power is. So boom, powerful. Have a clear call to action. So each each piece of content that you create, whether it's a blog post, whether it's a short video, whether it's an image that you post on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or some other format, should have some kind of a call to action. Now, this doesn't mean that you're out there selling a product or selling your primary business or selling a service every time. That call to action is basically a way to instruct your followers to do something. People like to be led into what to do. They don't necessarily like to be told what to do, but they like to be led in the direction that they should be going. Because again, people who are out there looking for this type of information, looking for the value, they're looking for direction. And so this is your opportunity, again, to brand yourself as a leader that people are looking for. So you want to lead with value, and then you want to give them a specific, I've laid out some here. Click the link to provide your best email address to get my additional training. Okay, this is a way to get people on your list, get their email so that you can follow up with them. Number 2, visit my blog for more valuable training. Okay, if you don't have a blog, that's fine. You can use your Facebook fan page. Connect with me on Facebook on my fan page to get more valuable training. Okay, it could be as simple as, here's my phone number. If you have any questions, give me a call. Or here's my email address. If you have any questions, send me an email. So again, we want to have a specific, very clear call to action in every piece of content. Again, it's not always selling something. And the rule that I like to use is an 80-20 rule. So 80% value, where I'm just telling someone, hey, come to my Facebook fan page where I can share with you more content. Provide your best email, and I'll put you on my my mindset and marketing newsletter so that I can follow up with you with valuable content. Okay, so it's not always selling something, a product, but it's just giving them a specific call to action so that they'll take action to do something so that you can stay engaged with that person. Now, the awesome thing about this, and again, the reason why we're going in this order, is that you can repurpose your content. So this is one way, as you master one strategy, that then you can also incorporate other strategies once you've mastered that one to repurpose your content. So what I mean by that is, maybe you write a blog post and you want to create a short video. Your video could be on that same topic. So you create a blog post, then you create a 3 to 5 minute video, you put that on YouTube or Facebook, and now you've repurposed that same content. Again, you're just leveraging the power of the internet to get your content out in front of more people in different mediums. Remember, we said before, when you're doing your personal and professional development, some people like to watch things. Some people are more visual. Some people like to read things. Some people, want to listen to things. So again, however you're creating your content, this is perfect opportunity to really repurpose and turn that content into several different medium types so that you can get that information out. So again, just a suggestion there to repurpose that content. If you're not comfortable getting in front of the video and you like to write, then write a blog post, or write a post on your Facebook page, or write a post on Instagram, create an image, and then write a post along with that. So again, those are totally separate trainings. Again, if you want more information about the trainings that are available in My Lead System Pro, I'm going to have some information at the end that will give you an introduction to that, or feel free to reach out to me, facebook.com/Steve Jarman training to that as well. So on to step number 5. So develop new relationships. This is very, very, very key. Obviously, we are in the relationship business. Even if you're just purely online marketing, internet marketing, it's still a relationship business. So we've talked about being consistent. Again, this daily method of operation is designed to help you stay on track and be consistent in your daily content creation, your daily engagement. So consistent actions will yield results. So they may not yield results right in the beginning, but over time you're going to see this as you're consistent with this daily method of operation. So have a goal to connect with at least 5 to 10 new people every day. Okay. So again, I work full-time. I work this business part-time. I spend my time after work engaging with people. My Medium platform is basically Facebook. I have a separate training on how to engage with people on Facebook correctly, because believe it or not, there really is a right and a wrong way. There's actually a couple different right ways to do it. And we're not going to get into that on this training, but I do have another training where I go into basically a 30-minute daily routine where I engage with, and my goal is to actually meet 10 to 20 new people. But in the beginning, or if you're doing this part-time, you're just starting out, you want to connect with at least 5 to 10 people every day. So again, I'm giving this example because this is really what I focus on, which is Facebook. But there's other mediums that you can use. So Facebook is a great place. Where do you find people? Facebook groups. Okay, so there's a ton of Facebook groups out there. Work from home, make money from home, moms, stay-at-home moms, stay-at-home dads, work from home, online marketing, affiliate marketing. So you can search all of these different keywords on Facebook and find these different groups and start engaging with people, other network marketers, other online marketers, other affiliate marketers in these different groups. And you want to make sure that you're finding groups where there is actual engagement, because there's a lot of spam out there on these different groups where people are just spamming their link, and they're spamming their opportunity, and they're spamming their business. And so there is a ton of garbage out there. So you want to make sure that you're choosing groups where people are actually engaging and having conversations, and there's actually some value that's being presented there. Again, my recommend, really what I teach is attraction marketing. And so spamming your link and spamming your opportunity is absolutely 100% not what you want to do. You want to be presenting and creating value. So you want to engage with people. Fan pages of high profile people in network marketing, self-development, entrepreneurship. So for example, Eric Worre, Network Marketing Pro, Tim Ferriss, Mike Dillard, Magnetic Sponsoring, Chuck, as I mentioned before, Ray Higdon, Robert Kiyosaki. So these are all leaders in entrepreneurship. They're leaders in self-development. They're leaders in network marketing. And so it's a perfect opportunity to search them and then basically engage with their followers, because these are like-minded people. So another area is friends of friends. So something that's really easy to do is actually, if you want to work on maybe your local market, or if you want to work on friends of your friends on Facebook, you could search something like friends of friends who like golf. And live in Omaha, Nebraska. Okay, so I'm not really a golfer, so doesn't really apply to me. But maybe friends of friends who live in my team. Okay, so that could be a search that I could do. I could find friends here locally, and then start engaging with them. Find out what and see if they're open to another opportunity. Okay, so above all, basically the most important thing during this step as you're developing these new relationships is don't be weird. Be normal. Act like it's a normal face-to-face conversation. You want to be yourself and be of service. And start by just saying hello or hi, and it's going to be normal, just like a face-to-face conversation. So things that you want to avoid are things like, hey, I love connecting with like-minded people, da da da, or hey, I noticed that we have all these mutual friends. I wonder if you're open to another opportunity. So again, you don't want to start off with a pitch. You don't want to start off with, promoting or, giving business opportunity. You want to start, and as I mentioned before, you lead with value. You lead with, you want to just engage with people and find out something about them. What I usually do is I'll search where there's some commonalities. And I don't say, hey, I notice we have all these things in common, but I might pick one thing that says, hey, I noticed that you like mountain biking, or hey, I noticed that you like the outdoors, or hey, your cover page is really cool. I love that quote. Something like that. That's something personal that's about them that you find out from their profile. So again, do a little bit of homework on that person, find out what they're about before you start engaging with them. Or if you're engaging with people in Facebook groups, you may find someone that posted a cool motivational quote or something, and maybe you'll engage with someone on that's commented on that particular post, and you might say, hey, I love this quote by Robert Kiyosaki. Have you read any of his books? So it could be something as simple as that, right? Okay, or what's your favorite Robert Kiyosaki book? Okay, so it could be just something like that. But what I'll usually do is I'll go on and I'll make a comment about something, and then I'll ask an open-ended question. So, hey, I noticed that you commented on this quote by Eric Worre. Are you part of Network Marketing Pro? How long have you been in the business? Something like that. Okay, so again, there's lots of ways you can just be creative, think outside the box, but the most important thing is just don't be weird. Just be normal, like it's a face-to-face conversation. Okay, So developing those new relationships, key 5 to 10 people a day that you want to meet, 5 to 10 new people a day. Okay, so if you think about that, if you're meeting 10 new people a day times 365, that's 365 new people that, I'm sorry, that's 3,650 people that you will meet, throughout the year. So that's a lot of people that you can create new relationships with. All right, fostering existing relationships. So again, connecting with at least 3 to 5 people per day in your existing network. Let's read this slide and getting tongue-tied here. So important. Okay, so we want to stay connected with our existing network. We want to stay connected with people as we're building these relationships from the previous slide, 5 to 10 people. Fostering that relationship business, we need to start building that trust and begin to really create that know, like, and trust factor. So again, super, super important to stay and foster those existing relationships, 3 to 5 people per day. There's actually a great method for doing this that really coincides with the previous slide. It's actually a method called the 5-5-5 method. If you're familiar with Bert Bledsoe out there, he's actually one of the leaders in the industry. He also happens to be a leader in My Lead System Pro, but he formulated this 5-5-5, which is super, super simple. And that's the thing. A lot of times people think it's so simple it couldn't possibly work. But if you go out and you engage with 5 people that you already know, you spend 5 minutes, not 5 people, you spend 5 minutes engaging with people you already know. It's kind of weird, okay? And then you go out and you spend 5 minutes engaging with people who are new, okay? And you create another 5 minutes after that, responding back to those people. So again, I actually do have, I can lead you to a training on that from Bert Bledsoe. I've actually gone down a tweak of that method. But again, these don't take very long. If you spent 30 minutes meeting 5 to 10 people and engaging with them on Facebook in step 5, 30 people per day in your existing network, again, in under an hour, you can stay engaged with these people. It's building that relationship. So again, every day, new people and fostering these existing relationships. The key here is to really communicate on a daily basis with people with genuine interest service. They're going to have a lot better experience and have engaged with you. Once they know and trust you, eventually they're probably going to end up working with you. So, all right, so step 7, engage with your inner circle of like-minded. I know we kind of said, I mentioned earlier, we don't want to use that terminology, like-minded, people, but that really is what we're trying to do. We're trying to circle ourselves and surround ourselves with other leaders in this niche. So reach out to leaders. If there's someone in your primary business that you really look up to, reach out, introduce yourself to that person, engage with those leaders so that you can see what kind of results they're getting, and you can learn from them on those results that they're getting. If you have someone that you look up to that's just in the entrepreneurship world, go ahead and reach out to that person, introduce yourself to that person. You have nothing to lose and a ton of value to gain. Again, you want to lead with value and lead with service, and offer up ways that maybe you can help them. So the next bullet is to compliment them. Tell them thank you for their leadership, inspiration and training. Express gratitude on a daily basis. So what I recommend is actually once a day, once or twice a day, go out, if it's Facebook, and find one of these leaders that you look up to and compliment them on one of their posts, or compliment them on a training maybe that you've taken advantage of, or compliment them on something that you've noticed that they're doing out there in the marketplace. And this is actually going to go a long way. So there's actually something referred to as favor. I actually learned this from Diane Hockman. When you build up favor with these leaders, you have a lot better chance of becoming a business partner with them, and of maybe getting some exposure with that leader. And obviously you're going to learn something from that leader as well. So it's not a self-serving thing. You can't look at it that way because, again, you need to lead with service and lead with gratitude. But as you go out and compliment these leaders and thank them for the value that they're sharing, naturally they're going to notice that and they're going to want to work with you. So again, expressing that gratitude on a daily basis. So once or twice a day, throughout your day, go out there and introduce yourself, express gratitude for their. You're seriously going to see a huge turnaround in your business. So the last bullet is really the whole idea is to allow them to pull you up so that you can in turn do that for other people. So obviously at some point, someone's going to look to you as the leader, and that's the whole idea behind attraction marketing. And others are going to come to you and they're going to be thanking you and expressing gratitude to you. And what a blessing that's going to be. And what, you know, a positive result from what you're doing in noticing that people are, you know, coming to you and thanking you for the value that you're sharing with people. So that's really what we want to create in this environment. Number 8, follow and leads. So super important. Again, we talked about the call to action earlier. You know, leave me with your best email, leave me with your best phone number. I'll follow up with you. Obviously, there's a reason that we're asking for that information. We want to follow up with those people. Number 1, call your leads if you get a phone number. So, you know, if you're just starting out and you're just starting to get leads, I would definitely ask for a phone number. It's going to probably decrease chance of being their information, but leave their phone number and their email, more qualified lead for you. So if your lead leaves a phone number and you're asking for, definitely pick up the phone and call them within 24 hours. Absolutely. And you'll be shocked at how many people will be surprised that you actually did pick up the phone and reached out to that person, and how many people are going to actually thank you for giving them a call and actually truly following up. You know, just like you might say in your call to email, I'll follow up with you. Leave your best phone number. I will call you. I'm a real person. Okay, so you'll be shocked at how many people will be surprised that you actually followed through and took action on that. So another way you can connect is on Skype, Google Hangout, page, and social media. So again, following up with your prospects. If it's on Facebook, maybe you haven't messaged someone for a while, go ahead and follow up with that person. Just because they haven't opted into your page or given you their email address or giving you their phone number doesn't mean that you follow up with that person, because they are still considered with them on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook. Okay, so those are all leads. They may not necessarily be opting into a capture page, but those are still leads for you. Okay, so and then speaking of leads, email your list 3 to 5 times per week. Okay, if you really want to impress someone and you really want to create value and you really want to get noticed and you really want to be taken serious, then email your list every day. Okay, so have something of value. And again, this kind of comes back to the repurposing. If you're creating a blog post, you want to share that with your list via email every day. If you're creating videos, you want to share that with your list every day. Okay, so if you're emailing these people, direct them to the link. Say, hey, check out this video that I just did on this topic, or actually have the video right in your email. If you're using an autoresponder, which is basically an automatic email system like Aweber or GetResponse or something like that, you can actually embed or attach your video right in that email. How much more engagement are you going to get when you follow up with that person via email and you actually have that video that pops right up? So if you're not using that, or if you don't know exactly how to do that, learn how to do that. If you don't know how to do that, then at least provide a link in there to where your video is, whether it's on YouTube or Facebook. Again, I'm not getting into the specifics of these strategies necessarily, because those are on different trainings. Definitely reach out to me if you have questions on that. I've got other trainings on that, and if you need help you out. But the important thing here is following up, staying in front of people, because this, as statistics say, you need to touch someone 7 times before they'll necessarily take action. So again, if you're introducing yourself to someone on Facebook, then you've led them to a capture page, they've opted in, now you follow up with an email. 2 or 3 emails down the road, as you're sharing value, again, the 80-20 rule, 80% just pure value, giveaway, and then 20% asking to buy something or asking to join, your opportunity, introducing your opportunity to that person, should really only be 10 to 20% of the time. Because as you're leading with value, you're going to stand out above the rest. Okay, so be a person of intention. Again, and we've talked about this. Have a call to action to send them to a video, blog post, webinar, your Facebook fan page. Okay, so every piece of content that you put out there should have some type of call to action coupled with it. Continue to follow up, and eventually many of these people are going to end up working with you. Follow up is super, super key. Now, again, with My Lead System Pro, if you want to really stand out like a professional, there's a customer relationship management tool called a CRM that's part of My Lead System Pro. It actually comes as part of the monthly membership. It allows you to track the information, email, phone number, name, follow up as you talk to these people and you learn more about them. You know, what are their likes? What are their dislikes? What are they struggling with? What are their pain points? You know, what do they like to do in their spare time? What's their family like? Where are they from? Those types of things. This is going to be huge, huge, huge as you're following up with people, because again, someone may not buy something on the first time. They may not even buy something on the second or third time, but as you're following up with them, you're picking up the phone, giving them a call, asking them how their business is, you are going to stand out like a pro. So you need some type of customer relationship management tool or system to really, really keep track of the information and follow up. My Lead System Pro has that. Again, if you want more information about that, I'm going to have some information at the end of this webinar that you'll be able to take a look at. Otherwise, reach out to me on Facebook. Love to share that with you as well. Okay, so step number 9, we're coming toward the end here. Attend live trainings and events each week. Okay, guys, I can't express the importance of this any more than just to say you need to be out there actively engaging with new people on a regular basis. Live trainings are bar none the best way to create relationships with leaders in the industry, future business partners, C, new people to possibly introduce your primary business to, or if you're in another system, to introduce that system to, whether it's direct sales, multi-level marketing, network marketing, whatever the case may be. Attending these live trainings is really going to be key to your success. Network marketing events, internet marketing. Again, as we've mentioned, it's always going to be a relationship business. If you want to build a substantial residual income, you have to become a professional networker. That just means meeting people. Also, it's going to hone your skills. So if you can become comfortable talking with people face-to-face at events, think of how much more powerful it's going to be for you to be able to outside of these training events, number one, and then number two, engage with people in a normal everyday conversation on social media, places like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Okay, so develops your networking skills by attending these marketing events. Obviously, you're gonna take in value too, depending on the event. It might be an event for your primary business where you're gonna learn, again, strategies to market your business. It might be an actual internet marketing training event, like a one that I just attended, Live the Dream 6 here in Austin, Texas, about 2 weeks ago. Top income earners in the internet marketing, online marketing, network marketing space. I've got pages and pages and pages of notes of information. So not only are you going to learn a wealth of information that you can then turn around and turn into content, because they're basically uncashed checks. So you're going to develop yourself, your people skills. You're going to learn things that you can create content with and turn that into value and then pass that on to somebody else. Live webinars. Okay, so you may have webinars. If you can't get to a live event during the week, find a live webinar. My Lead System Pro has 9 different live trainings throughout the week. There's the morning wake-up calls. There's a Monday night mastermind. There's a Tuesday night top earner hangout. There's a Wednesday night webinar, which is the Prime webinar, where top earners come on and talk specifically about specific marketing strategies. Okay, so there's tons of opportunities out there, whether it's in your primary business or whether it's in some other system where you can actually attend a live webinar. Local network marketing events, or at least 1 to 2 events per week. You may not be able to get to a live event each week, so get on a couple webinars each week. Engage with people. Most of the webinar platforms have kind of a chat section that you can actually chat with people and get to know them. Then introduce yourself on Facebook afterwards. So you can often find local events in your area at on a website called meetup.com. Okay, so look for that as well. Now, number 10 is huge, 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 and I think is just as important as steps 1 and 2 for personal development. Daily gratitude. So we talked about expressing gratitude to leaders. We talked about expressing gratitude and giving thanks to people who have helped us out in our business. So this is very, very powerful. So the key to abundance, in my opinion, is gratitude. When we step back and we think about all the things that we have been blessed with, and we step back and think about all the things that people have done to help us in our business, from a leadership standpoint, from a mindsetting standpoint, is are truly, truly abundant. So when we recognize that and we express gratitude and we sit down and we list out the things that we're grateful for, our lives, we recognize how abundant our lives really are. So it truly is another form of personal development because it really awakens our mind to how abundant our life really is. And if we can get into that abundance mindset, which is the complete opposite of a scarcity mindset, it's going to be huge. And as you do that on a daily basis, and as I've done that on a daily basis and implemented that into my business, whether it's through meditation, whether it's through prayer, whether it's through listing on a page, 10 things I'm grateful for that day, this is going to be very, very, very powerful. So make a specific number per day, 3 to 5 things, 3 to 5 gratitude messages. So in addition to sitting down with yourself and expressing gratitude to the universe or gratitude to leaders, as we talked about before, make a specific number per day, 3 to 5 gratitude text calls, messages. This could be someone in your family. It's totally non-business related. It could be someone in your business. It could be a business partner. It could be a leader. It could be your sponsor. I mean, how awesome would that be if you reached out to your sponsor and expressed gratitude to them for introducing you to this amazing opportunity? And what if you did that, once a quarter or once a month or, once a week, you had leaders that you looked up to that you sent just a quick text, a quick message. You picked up the phone, expressed gratitude to that person. Imagine the strength that it's going to build in that relationship. So it's again how much we have, and it's going to give, provide you with a sense of wanting to give back and develop a mindset of prosperity and abundance rather than, a mindset of scarcity, which is detrimental to your business and, in my opinion, to life in general. So again, daily gratitude, very, very important. Take 10 to 15 minutes, write out things that you're grateful for, spend part of your day, again, 20, 30 minutes, send out 3 to 5 messages or make a few phone calls and express your gratitude to those that have impacted your life. And you'll find that it's going to open up the doors to helping, get in the mindset of prosperity and abundance. Okay, so that's really it. I should have warned everyone before this, and I apologize that, you don't necessarily need to take notes because I'm actually going to provide you with a 1-page PDF that has all of these on it. If you decide that you do want that, I'm actually going to go ahead and email that out to everyone that attended here tonight. So if for some reason you don't get it in your email and you feel like it got missed, shoot me a private message on Facebook. Again, facebook.com/Steve Jarman Training is my business page. Find me on Facebook on my personal page. Again, there's quite a few Steve Jarmans out there. So to differentiate myself, I go to my fan page, which is facebook.com/Steve Jarman Training. And you can find me there as well. But I'd be glad to send out this PDF just to give you a quick 1-page snapshot of these 10 daily steps. So I want to thank you again. We've got 10 minutes left here. And so one thing that I just wanted to kind of go over a little bit, again, I mentioned here throughout the presentation that really I use the 5-step Top Earner Blueprint, as I mentioned in my webinar last week. That is a platform and is structured based on attraction marketing and the skills and the process that I've learned through my lead system. These 10 steps are what I do on a daily basis to really break it down and to create focus, to create effective, create, again, daily habits that are going to set you up for success. So again, here, just kind of a quote: commit yourself to an idea, go make it happen. Okay, so that's my call to action for you, because I want to practice what I preach. My call to action to you is to go out and make this happen. Implement this starting today. You may not be able to start at step 1 today because of the time, but you know what? Pick up the phone, send out a message, express some gratitude for people. Start off with step number 1 for tonight. So my call to action is go out and make it happen. And don't forget why you're doing this, and keeping that in mind, and express gratitude throughout the process. So again, I want to just introduce to you this, and let me go ahead and come back here. All right, so awesome. So again, I want to thank you for showing up tonight, taking time out of your precious hours to join me here on this webinar. Again, I apologize. I'm so used to looking at the camera at the front as I read through those slides. But just want to thank you and express gratitude for attending. Important to me because, again, I think it's very, very crucial, again, set, and then 2, having probably the 3 most things I want to have you take away from this is starting with the right mindset, have a daily method that you follow day in, day out, be consistent, and then number 3, express gratitude. Start with value, lead with value and service, and express gratitude. So those are the 3 things that I want you to have as the biggest takeaways from tonight's presentation. Again, if you have Facebook, again, facebook.com/Steve Jarman Training. And then again, my call to action is to go out and make it happen. Implement this starting tonight. And for those who want to take a look at My Lead System Pro, there's actually a 10-day trial that I'm going to present here to you. So you can see that on the right. There's a 10-day trial for My Lead. Check when you sign up. Let me know so that I can help you throughout those 10 days to really get you kick-started. Okay, because my goal here is to help you be successful. That's the whole key for these 10 steps, is to set you up for success. And so go ahead, the My Lead System Pro 10-day trial, just click the Yes, I am ready button there, and there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. So after that 10-day trial, if you decide to stay on, which I hope you do, and if you do, definitely reach out to me, because I want to be able to help you and create a movement of people to help you set yourself up for success. And if it is a goal for you to fire your boss in 90 days, let's get jump started on it today. Start implementing these 10 daily steps. Take advantage of My Lead System Pro to help you learn how to market online. And again, when you sign up for this, yes, I'm ready, click that button. Let me know so that we can schedule a 30-minute consultation so that we can go over how to jumpstart and get started through the system. So again, 30-day money-back guarantee. You have nothing to lose. Worked with the CEO, one of the co-founders of My Lead System Pro since 2008. So I know the guy. He's an amazing guy, Brian Finale, and he will absolutely honor that 30-day money-back guarantee. But again, take the 10-day trial. Go ahead and click the Yes, I am ready button there. Take the 10-day trial, and we'll see you on the inside. And again, thank you so much for joining me on this webinar, and hope to see you on future webinars. Again, reach out to me on Facebook if I can be of assistance to you at all, and go out and crush it in your business. And we'll see you on the next webinar. Have a great night. Steve Jarman here in Omaha, Nebraska, signing out.